What's up, y'all? It's me, your best friend. Okay, so today's one of my good days, apparently. So it's Friday. Tomorrow my girlfriend's coming over, and I'm excited for that. Like literally fucking ass excited. I'm getting my extensions out, and I'm shaving off half my head, and I will take pictures and then post them because I am terrified and I'm having anxiety over that. But we're not going to talk about that right now. So what I'm going to talk about today is, I guess, what to do and what to say and what not to say when your partner, if you do have a partner who suffers with anxiety, what to say that will help them and what to say that doesn't help them. And it's not that what you say is wrong, it's just sometimes it doesn't help as much. It's hard being with someone who suffers from anxiety because anxiety, yeah, you have it. Regular people have it. It's like the feeling when you go on a roller coaster or when you're going on your first date. But me and other people who have been diagnosed with it is so much different. We suffer with anxiety constantly. We worry constantly. We get distracted. We sometimes think people don't like us. We have this imaginary devil on our shoulder that is telling us all these bad things about us. We don't have an angel on our shoulder. So if your partner does struggle with anxiety and with depression, here are some things that will help and that won't help, and things you can do to comfort them while they're having an attack, and things not to do. So let's just dive right in right now. Let's talk about what to say and what not to say first. So what you don't want to say is things like, everything's gonna be okay, you're gonna be fine, because you saying that is like, we feel like we're literally dying when we're in an attack. We can't breathe. We get dizzy. We can faint. And when you're saying everything's going to be okay, we know nothing's going to be okay because we've been diagnosed with this. We can't help it. We think that nothing's going to be okay because nothing is going to be okay. And when you say that, if you do say that, it's not that you're saying it wrong and you don't need to feel bad. It's just that sometimes it doesn't help as much. You know, like if your parent died, and I know it's a really vivid, whatever. Okay. If your parent dies, and someone just comes up to you and like your partner comes up to you and he's like, everything's going to be okay. You feel broken. You feel sad that your parent is dead, and we feel anxious constantly. But when we're in attack, we hyperventilate. We can't think straight. We can't see sometimes. I know that I feel like everything is closing in on me. I feel like the world is crumbling down. I feel like I'm about to die. I feel like I'm about to suffocate. I can't breathe. I sweat constantly. So yeah. Saying things like, it's going to be fine, it's going to be great, not really helpful. But things you can say is, I'm here for you. I'm here to listen. If you need me to just stay, I will stay. Sometimes when you're having an attack, you don't want people talking to you. You just need somebody to sit there with you. Because when someone sits there with us, it makes us feel like they care, like they want to help, you know? Like, it's hard because we can be mean to you, but we don't mean it. It's literally our anxiety or our depression. Yeah, so those are the two things. So saying everything's going to be okay, everything's going to be fine, no. But you can say something like, I'm here for you, I care about you. Do you want me to just sit here? Something that also helps with me is if they just talk about their day. So like while I'm having an attack, acting like it's nothing. Well, it is something, but like acting like it's not like over, oh my god, like she's dying, she feels like she's dying. Don't do that, because that's just going to make it worse for us. But if you're like, so tell them a story. Tell me a story. Like, I'm having an attack. You just start talking about your day. Like, so I loved that blah 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 and this blah blah blah, and then my best friend did this and blah blah blah, and like go on and act like you're just talking to them. And sometimes that will help. But we don't tell you if like not to say it, because we're afraid to tell you. Because people with anxiety worry, like, if I tell her this, or is she going to hate me? Is she going to break up with me? Or is he going to break up with me? I don't know what to do. So like talking about your day. Not saying it's going to be okay, it's going to be fine. But like saying, I'm here for you. Do you want to talk about it? Do you want me to just sit here? And yeah, those are hard, but also you can set boundaries. So I know when I have anxiety, I get very I can get really mean. Like, I say mean things to people, and sometimes I don't mean it. So some of my friends will tell me like will tell me like something like, Kai, please don't do that. I know that you're having anxiety right now, but you need to talk to us. You can't block us out, because sometimes we just shut people out because we feel like we don't want to burden you with our problems, with how we feel. So my friends tell me, like one of my best friends, we know each other from the back of our heads and hands. That made no sense, but whatever. So when I'm having an attack, she literally will just sit there and ask me, do you want me to talk to you or not? And if I shake my head, she won't. She'll just sit there with me. She'll hold me. What also helps is if you see us like hyperventilating, not catching our breath, it depends if you're claustrophobic. But I like to wrap myself in a tight blanket. But if I don't have that, my best friend will hug me really tight so I like can realize that I need to breathe. Because when you're like tightening something, for me, it's like I need to like release. I need to calm down. I need to not worry as much. So that's helpful. Now depression, I'll get back to anxiety later, but depression is different. For people who have depression and your partner has depression, it's more the fact that we feel sad all the time. We can't focus. Sometimes we feel like doing work is too hard for us. It still runs with anxiety, but depression is more of you feeling sad and lonely and miserable. So if your partner does take pills for anxiety or depression, I take antidepressants, which help with both my anxiety and depression. It can be helpful for them. It takes about 2 to 3 weeks for the medicine to actually work. So, like, being there for them. Like, I know that when I started my medication, I actually felt happy for a couple of days because I knew that it was going to help me and that I was going to be able to feel a bit more normal. Because people who have anxiety and depression don't feel normal. They don't feel normal because we are constantly worrying or constantly sad or like freaking out about something really small. So, like, saying something that like, you think is going to be fine, you think is going to work, that is going to make them feel better, might not make them feel better, might not help. So instead of, like, saying it's going to be fine, you can say, like, what do you need right now from me? What do you need from me? Say, sweetie, babe, whatever you call them. Or if it's just a friend, What do you need from me?